Hi students, today we are going to learn how to create a works cited page. Now the first step is referencing your sources notes, which you did before, and this is a page where you gathered all your information based on the author's name, the title of the site, the date of publication, institution, date of access, and URL. In total, you should have at least 3 sources or more. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit harder, but it's not too hard. Once you gather all of your resources, you need to make sure you format them in MLA. And the reason why we do this is because we give credit to the authors who created the site for us to use. And here's the basic format for internet sources and websites. So take a look. You have to make sure your entries are put in based on last name, comma, first name, the title of the site in quotation marks, the institution, which needs to be italicized, the date of publication, which is when the website was published, and the website or URL. At the end of the entry, you put in the date of access. Notice how it has a hanging indent, which means that this part sticks out to the left, and the second line is more to the right. You need to format your sources in this way to ensure that at the end of your project, you have something like this. Okay, now during step 3, you will put your sources in alphabetical order based on the last name. So based on the first entry in your source, you're going to put in alphabetical order from A to Z. So because this starts with an A, this is first in the list, which means that you have this as one source. And then next we have the letter B, so this comes next. And then third, letter H, and this comes next. I will show you how to format this in the steps of this video. So now I'm going to show you how to format the works cited page. So you should have 2 documents open. The first is your sources page, and the second is the blank document for your works cited. At the top, you're going to label it works cited. And then I'm just going to look at my information. So I'm going to use this information from the first box to format my first entry. You're going to start off with the author's first and last name. In this case, it's the company, so there isn't an author. Then you're going to put in the title of the site, date of publication, institution, date of access, and the URL. So your entry should look something like this for your example. Okay, so that's my first entry, and to save us time, I'm just going to copy and paste the other ones that have already been done. Okay, and you have to make sure that you have these things. It needs to be double spaced, and notice the hanging indent. In order to create this hanging indent, I'll just show you this example. Okay, most likely when you type it out, it'll look something like this. You're going to need to press enter twice. So I'm going to press enter, tab, enter, tab, and then it'll form this hanging indent to show that this is one resource or one entry that you used. Last step, you need to make sure that your entries are in alphabetical order. Here, this starts with the letter B, A, and H. It is not in alphabetical order. So you need to make sure that you're putting in that order. So I'm just going to move it around by copying and pasting. So copy and paste. And then just double check your spacing. And now it is in alphabetical order for those 3 sources. It means that you're going from A to Z. So in this case, you have A, B, and H. And that's it. That's how you create your works cited. So just make sure you have all of those components, and then you're ready to submit.